Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the One Stop Garage channel. Today we're back on the Camry because we're actually doing something fun today. We're actually doing, well, I don't know how fun it is. Well, it could be fun because we're actually doing a bunch of interior work because today I'm gonna be installing a sound system, or somewhat of a sound system, maybe just a radio and a head unit and a new head unit. I ended up getting a bunch of stuff, so I got some fuses. I got a wiring harness for this thing. I forget what this is called. It's one of those fuse holders. And then this is the head unit I'm gonna run in the Camry for now. This Kenwood DPX 305, whatever it said on the box, because that was originally gonna be for my Jeep before the engine went out on it. So, but now I'm getting tired of this Camry radio, so we're gonna put it in the Camry instead. And also I do have a subwoofer box at the bottom. It's only a single 12. I don't know the proper dimensions and what it's tuned to. And we're actually gonna use one of my Kenwood subwoofers I have in one of my garage speakers, because I plan on upgrading these because these are a little too long on the box, because the speaker actually bottoms out at near the end. The magnet of the subwoofer basically hits the back of the speaker, and I can feel it dumping in there. So I'm probably gonna change those speakers out with some a little bit shorter ones or subwoofers, and then I'm just gonna use these for my vehicles, I guess, since they're a little longer. But first things first, I want to do is I did get something called what is this, window film adhesion remover, because I don't know if you guys remember me telling you before we get started on installing the system. Yeah, the lamination is kind of bad, so I want to pull this off real quick so that way I can actually see out the back window now, because I can't really see anything from the front or from the rearview mirror. So we're gonna go ahead and take this film off real quick, and then we'll go ahead and start installing the radio. So I did get a little started. You can kind of see there's like bubbles here. I kind of just started peeling at it. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, I see it bubbling right here. There we go. I don't know if this is like the correct way of doing things, but I'm starting to see a little bit more clear than this, because I don't know where did this last. Still can't. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and open up this real fast. This is a spray. I guess it like comes with free spray as well. You gotta take it out the blade though. So you gotta flip it over. Just gotta press on this tab. Where is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, you press this and it releases the razor blade you're gonna use. And then you're just gonna wanna wrap it around like this. Oh, the sharp part is out, and then you just press the other side until it locks in. No, what is it? Fucking the razor blade in on the razor sharp side. Alright, there we go. It's on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna skip through this part actually. I don't know why like making you guys watch this. I'm just gonna go ahead and see if this works. I need to turn it on. There we go. And then I'm gonna just spray in there. So that way, you know. I plan on retinting this window anyway, so I'm just actually see out the window. Alrighty, the window kind of smudged, but it's a little bit better now. So it's a lot more clear. Now I can see out this window. So now I kind of made a mess in the back seat as well because I got the lamination right here. I don't know if, well, I think it's the Toyota factory lamination. There's the, I don't know if you can see that. It says like Toyota on it. And it's hard to see through it. But it has Toyota on the lamination. I don't know if, assuming it's tint or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean up inside and then we're gonna get started on putting in that head unit. And yeah, let's cut through that real quick. All right, so here we are at the front of, in the front of the Camry. And we're gonna now disassemble. And we'll go ahead and take out some accessories. And then right here, I gotta put this in neutral. Oh. Never mind, I ain't gonna do that. I should be able to just, that shit comes out like that. Okay, and now this bezel comes out. You gotta just be gentle with it. There you go. Don't be afraid to use some force. I forgot you can move the shifter with this parking lock, so you don't gotta even turn the car on. You can just go ahead and put that up. And then there's gonna be a few connectors to disconnect. Come on. And this is a bulb, super tiny one. I think that's a balloon. And then this one, I even no clue how this one comes up. Yeah, so there's gonna be a light bulby twist and then two connectors. And then now it's, I think, 4 10 mils to take out the radio. I'm gonna go grab my drill real fast. Alrighty, got my drill with the 10 mil, and there's only 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo all these real fast. I don't have anything to hold my phone, so I gotta do everything one-handed so I can show you guys how to do this. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the phone real quick so I can grab these bolts out. Okay. Now all of them are out. Now it should just come slide right out. Okay. Well, don't tell me I come on. Ruining my content. There we go. Okay, and then I see 3 connectors. Oh, what? I don't know what that one goes into. Uh-oh. Well, there's the antenna connector and then the 2 connectors I need. Go ahead and do that real fast. Look how dusty this thing is. So old. 99. Oh yeah, we got everything off. So we got the antenna cable, these 2 cables. And now we get to step out of the car because then now we can try to get this prepared to go back in the car. And also you need this. Let's see if I can't find the part number. So I think is this part number. I'll put it in the link in the description so you guys know which one to use. But this is the right one that I need, because as you can see, it had that 2 connectors and this pack. Let me open it. At least I showed the part number before I started ripping it. Yeah, so we have these 2 connectors. One will go to one connector, the other one will go to the other connector, and it has these colorful wires. So that way we can solder the radio harness together. which is gonna be coming out of this box. And I'll open it for y'all real quick. All right, so here it is, the DPX 305 MVT Kenwood stereo, and I'm gonna show you. Here's the harness, the radio harness for the unit. As you can see, all these nice fancy wires. Here's a microphone. Probably not gonna put that in, some installation screws. And then this manual here. Yep. And here's the beauty. Here's that unit. Let me take out. Here it is. There's a unit. There's all the RCA inputs, mic input, and then radio input. Put that fuse, and then there's the antenna. I forget what that one is. If you guys, any of y'all know what that is, let me know. I'm pretty sure that's the antenna hole. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and install this soon. But first, I want to make sure this actually fits in there. So I'm gonna cut to that. I'm gonna cut to see if it fits. Also, I forgot to mention, you can take these the hold down brackets off on the old radio and transfer it to the new one, so that way it'll install in. But yeah, I forgot to say that. But and also, on this radio, it comes with like extra stuff like this front bezel and then this like little bracket, but you don't need those really. And then that bezel, it's not gonna, I heard it's not gonna fit with that bezel right there. But now we can see if this will fit snug inside. Oh yeah, way better. Can't wait to hear how that sounds. And I'm gonna leave it in there for now, because I want to start making the wire harness for the radio. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up, and then to clean it up till it's only the harness out. So you just need all of this, and then I'll show you guys how to wire this out once I figure it out. Alrighty, so I guess it's kind of self-explanatory now that I think about it. So basically, a lot of these wires are actually the same. So you can see there's like a red, there's red, yellow, yellow, black, and then there's other colors in there. Like there's gonna be ones with two colors, like a gray and black, and then there's one on the harness itself. And then I think these are like for the rear speakers, so I guess you're just matching up green, and purple. But they got like stripes on them, so I'm like kind of confused. But we're gonna wing it, see what happens, and hopefully it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and solder up the ones I know how to do, and then or to solder up everything, and we'll see if it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse this so that you're not getting bored watching me solder a bunch of wires together. One thing I wanted to show you, I don't know if you guys don't know how to solder, I thought I'd teach you guys real quick. So I have this tied up like this, and in order, some way as I do it to get this tight is I spread each copper by its strand, and then I just put them together and I start twisting. Or you can, whatever way works, where this is gonna hold like perfectly fine, and you can see how I twisted it and all that and stuff like that. Just figure out a way where that works best for you, that twists it, and then basically you get some flux. Your solder, it has to have flux in it because it's not gonna stick. I think this doesn't have any. Oh no, yeah, it has to be rosin core, so that way it'll what is it? it'll actually solder. So you basically just grab whatever solder you have, put it under the copper, let it heat up, and then you just let it heat up. Oh, smoking. You let it heat up, and then you just start dabbling the solder on the connector until it turns like this grayish color, like how I have it right here. Kind of went overboard on the yellow one, but it's still gonna work. And yeah, so alright, I'm gonna go back to the time lapse now. I thought I'd just show you that real quick. Alrighty, here's the harness all made up, everything's connected. Only one I don't have connected on the harness is the blue wire, but it says power antenna, so I'm assuming it's going to be one of these wires. But if it works without that blue wire, then we're just going to leave it like that. But if not, then we'll wire it into something and see if it works. But yeah, let's go ahead and install this and see if the radio even works. Alrighty, I got the head unit in, all wired up and everything. Now it's time for the moment of truth. See if everything will work. Oh. I see a light. Oh. Look at, oh, it works now. So I'm gonna go ahead and mess with this a little bit, see if it properly works. See if it plays any music. So, but I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'll do it off camera. But yeah, seems to be working. I guess I can like set up my stuff. Demo off. Kenwood. I don't know how to activate music, but I'll figure it out. So I'll be right back when I get it to figure out playing music. Alright, so I got a radio channel playing, so yeah, as you can hear, it works done that right before. Now. Like I wouldn't even know how to pray. And it shuts off. So, but before I hook up everything else, I want to do something real quick. Here, I want to show you guys. This is the box. I don't know what brand it is, but I forget. Oh, I think this is upside down. What does that say? Oh, I can't read that brand, but I got it for like $100 off somebody. But this one I want to grab because I have a bag of wires so I could hook up the subwoofer. And these are the RCAs that I want to connect into the head unit first before I even put everything back together. Because as you remember me showing you guys that there are RCA outputs, and I want to make sure that I want to find the one that goes to sub, so that way I can have a subwoofer. And there's usually the bottom one that usually it's the bottom one that says subwoofer. You can say says SW, and yeah. So let me go ahead and get that connected. All right, so I went ahead, plugged in everything. Here are the RCAs. I ran them behind the center console, so kind of to the radio up there. So yeah, now we can go ahead and put everything back together. So basically the same way as going it back on. Clip. Oh, this back. Oh, you have to plug in those first before you put this in. So let me plug that all together. Make sure everything clicked in nicely. All right. As that, and we can stick the ashtray back in. Come on. Perfect. Let's put that back in work. Alrighty. now time to try to wire in that subwoofer. Alright, so I wanted to show you I kind of started doing things on my own. So I ended up running the power cable to get to the battery terminal through to this part, to this thing. I forget, it's like for the engine harness. It goes inside the bay. Cut a little hole so I can make a passage, and trying to keep it away from the engine. And then obviously you can see it go all the way down. That's obviously gonna get tucked, that cable wire. I just have it there just so I can make sure it gets to it. And I have the ground cable hooked up to the buckle of the seat belt, so I did sand it down with some 180 grit so that I can get bare metal. And yeah, and then there's my amp. I'm using a Scar 1800 watt RP. I'm using this, what is it, the Scar Audio RP 800 1D 800 watt amp. And I got the RCAs on the other side wired up. Like I said, it's gonna be tucked up, so gonna be away from the plastics. And then there's gonna be that bundle of wires, but I'm gonna address those later. And yeah, I had to take out the back seat for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut to me hooking up my subwoofer. One more thing I want to show you guys. Don't forget to connect your remote wire, which is gonna go to your amplifier. And it's always going to be to a blue and white wire. I have it on spade connectors because the amp wasn't coming on. Yeah, so there's the amp. I have it placed in the back of the trunk. All RCA is hooked up, remote wires hooked up to the proper spot, cables even tested to make sure it voltage. And then I'm going to be using my Kenwood subwoofer I took out of my one of the speakers. Like I said, there's the box. I'm gonna go ahead and test it so you make sure everything plays on this subwoofer. I mean, I just seen the amp turn on here. I'll show you. But first, let me clean all this up and put this back together. Alright, yeah. So here you can see the lights on. The subwoofer works, and then yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and install my subwoofer. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the car real quick. I was just testing to make sure the subwoofer worked. And then here we got our fuse block. A nice fuse on it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tidy that wire up. Honestly, I'm gonna time lapse this so that way I have some footage of me doing subwoofer or installing the subwoofer. Because all this wiring stuff, it kind of took a minute. I guess I didn't want to make this a long video, but you just have to run all these wires from your radio. Remote wire goes to radio, RCA goes to radio. This goes to your battery, as you can see where I put it, and then you just find a ground for the ground cable, and obviously it's labeled on your amp, and then I have the speakers labeled, those labeled. And yeah, make sure that light is on, subwoofer works. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse me putting this together. I got the speakers hooked up, and I decided to put the amp on the subwoofer box, and then I drilled the subwoofer into the truck mat, so that way it doesn't slide all the way around when I'm making turns and stuff like that. So yeah, now let's go ahead and play it. I'm the king of bass. I couldn't record it normally, so I had to use Snapchat to record the quick video. So, but this is gonna be the outro now. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed my video, and also if you guys didn't notice my DC audio hoodie, so I'm trying to fit in with the audio stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun kind of putting this together because it's probably the first mod we've done on the Camry, and it was actually something fun. We got a head unit in there. My back window's looking a little good, and we got a nice 12-inch subwoofer with 800-watt amp. So yeah, if you guys enjoy my content so far, I appreciate it so much. If you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz, and also leave a comment on how I could progress in this YouTube stuff, because I really enjoy making YouTube videos, and I enjoy working on cars and I'm trying to work so that way I can start investing in better equipment, because I'm just using my phone to record. But hey, I'll keep pointing at this out. I'm so happy that I have a subwoofer in my car. This is probably I think this is the first time I've had a subwoofer in my car, and first time I've actually installed a radio and a subwoofer in one of my cars, because my Jeep went out, my Lexus, there's no really point, because I had actually a pretty good sound system. Well, now I have one in the Camry. Now I can't wait to do more stuff. I have some things coming on the way, because we're gonna do some more engine work on the Camry, because it's due for a lot of stuff. So yeah, so thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. And also, if you want to turn on notifications, they're on, so you can go ahead and do that. And see you on the next one. Bye bye.